Hey, how is everybody? Lou from RV Habit. Today's project is going to be some suspension upgrades on my Class C motorhome that sits on a Ford E450. Now this thing from the factory drives like a dream, and it does have factory installed rear airbags from Ride Right, I think it is. But in the front of the RV, when you make a turn, you could feel the front end dip a little bit, and especially if you're on a highway and a truck passes you. The back end's solid, but that front end's just a little wobbly, and to combat that, one of the easiest suspension upgrades you can do is install SumoSprings, and everybody I've spoken to just loves these things. Apparently they install very easily. You just remove the factory installed jounce bumper and screw these in its place. It shouldn't take long. What's cool is they also started making these for travel trailers and fifth wheels to take the sway out of the trailer when you're towing. So definitely a cool product, and it comes with a warranty card and literally one page of instructions. Is basically the instructions basically say remove the jounce bumper and install these in its place. But I will leave a PDF copy of this on my website if you want to do some more research. But let's go out to the front of the rig and see how easy this is. So I'm underneath the RV, and I'm lucky enough I have hydraulic jacks on this, and what the first thing they say to do is raise the front end up a little bit to let the suspension hang, so you have a little room in here. And what you're looking at here, this is the factory installed jounce bumper, and it comes on this plate if you need it, but it's so small it never it doesn't do anything unless there's some type of major bump you hit or anything like that. And these are going to fit in here and allow it to rest on here, and it'll take some of that sway and roll out. So the first thing I have to do is remove this. It uses the ever elusive 10mm socket, so let me get that and we'll take this out. Okay, I have a 10mm socket with an extension to get up in there. And there it goes. Okay. And that's it. That comes off pretty easy. And if you can see that, that's just held in by a 10mm bolt. Now it does say to put it back in and just run it through to make sure the threads are nice and clean. I'm gonna just tighten that up a little bit, and it should make install of the SumoSpring a little easier. So now that's threaded. You don't need any nuts or anything, and we're going to put the SumoSpring right in that hole, and no Loctite, no anything, and just hand tight. And again, you just want to take your time starting it so we don't cross thread it. And you'll feel this bottom out. Just hand tight. And that's it. Now when I lower the chassis, this bottom will come in contact here and help support the RV. Let's do the other side. Okay, so this is the driver's side. Okay, get that jounce out of the way. Now again, it tells you to rethread that bolt all the way in to clear the threads. Okay, once you remove that screw,
to clear the threads. And again, the trick here is getting this at the right angle to get it started. It's a fucking angle. Alright. And again, just hand tighten. And that's it, all done. You couldn't ask for an easier chassis upgrade. A 10mm socket and 15 minutes of my time. I didn't even bust my knuckles. This space you see in here will disappear once I put the front end down, and these will take out the roll and bounce. And everybody who has them says they work really, really well. I have no doubt. I have to give them some time on the road before I give my final opinion. But I'm going to do a complete blog article on my website. I will leave the directions to these, which isn't much, but I'll leave them there on PDF form if you want to look at them. I'll also leave links to where you can purchase them. But overall, you know, these aren't cheap. These cost, I believe, this particular one was like $180, but it is really a simple upgrade that most people can do themselves. And it didn't take much time, and it's supposed to work really, really well. But I hope this helped you. Remember, if you see me out there, stop by and say hello, and I'll see you soon.